This is your DR650 silent killer. It looks good and it works until it doesn't. And when it fails, it can take your engine with it. So here's the problem. This is a vacuum style petcock, and when it fails, like they all do, it doesn't just leak fuel onto the ground where you can see it, it leaks internally and allows fuel to get past the carburetor down into your engine and mix with the oil. And that's not a good thing. Now you got gas thinning out your oil, killing lubrication, chewing up bearings and rings and all the things you care about inside this engine. And the worst part is, a lot of guys don't even notice until the bike starts running weird or the damage is done and it's way too late. Now this isn't just a one-off situation. This has been going on with these bikes for decades, and many other bikes with these style of petcocks. In fact, I had it happen to one of my little RZ350s, where one year I had to pour liters of fuel out of the exhaust pipes. It was madness. So instead of waiting for that to happen, I'm just going to replace this vacuum style petcock with the standard on-off reserve. It's a simple bolt-on and it completely eliminates the problem. The only thing is, now shutting it off is up to you. It doesn't happen automatically. So let me show you how to do it so you can do it too. All we got to do first is get the lines off the carb, off with the fuel line, pull off this vacuum line, unbolt the tank, and don't forget to pull off the vent line on the other side, and then we'll just pop off the tank. Let's do that. Okay, now this isn't rocket science. We're just removing a couple of bolts here. Make sure to use a proper size JIS screwdriver or a 10mm socket. So there's the silent killer right there. You don't fix these things, you remove them from society for good. Yep, that's a Yamaha part on a Suzuki. On purpose. This is the one all the old DR guru guys run, and it fits right, it doesn't leak, and actually works properly. Not some mystery Amazon special. I'm not reinventing anything here. This is a proven fix from the guys who already figured it out a long time ago. Now the install is a piece of cake. Pop the bolts back in and snug them down. Hand tight is good, don't go crazy. All right, there you go, looking good, pure and simple. Perfect. Okay. Now we can get rid of this vacuum line. Since we got rid of that vacuum style petcock, we don't need it anymore. And that's where it stubs onto the carburetor. And you can see that T right there. That's where it used to go to the pair valve. I previously deleted that thing, so we don't need this line at all. Quick snap off with a pair of needle nose. Boom, done. Now, reach into your bag of tricks, this little tray full of vacuum seals you got. Find the right one. That looks to be about the right size. And yeah, just snug that onto that little nipple there. Give it a reach around, wedge it on, wiggle it down, just like that. Boom, done. Vacuum line deleted. Okay, now you can go throw that tank on the bike, connect the line, get some gas in it, and maybe go for a rip. But here's the deal. That new petcock, that thing's all manual. You got no more vacuum line. It's not automatic, there's no safety net. Now it's all on you. You forget to shut it off, well, you'd be right back to square one, potentially filling up that crankcase with fuel. Not good. So yeah, when you shut off your bike, shut off the petcock. No more silent killer. Is that silent killer? Now it's you. Anyway, while you're working on your bike, if you were thinking of removing that pair valve and you didn't know how and you wanted to check out a video, check out this one here. You might be glad you did. All right, I got stuff to do. You probably do too. See ya.